Chicago Bulls fans, we got P.Kidd in the building, and he here to talk about the Bulls basketball with us. Main topic for the day: how important is this season for the Chicago Bulls? We gonna get right into it, but you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby. We got P.Kidd in the building, and I'm with my dog. How y'all doing, gentlemen?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. We got a star in this motherfucker. P.Kidd in here, y'all.
Ain't no star, man. I'm just like y'all. We just trying to get to
rocking.
it.
Hey,
definitely
bro. One of the heavy hitters in the game. Appreciate you, P.Kidd, for jumping in. Talk some Bulls basketball with us. This guy from the Windy City Breeze, but they killing it. Y'all already know where y'all can find him at. For real. Y'all like what y'all listen to today? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Now, look, we know the Chicago Bulls, they made some moves. Probably wasn't, something that probably knock you off your chair, make you go yell around your house, but it's okay. We trying to see how this running back gonna go for the third time. So, P.Kidd, I'm coming to you first. How important is this season for the Chicago Bulls?
I think it's very important just from a morale standpoint. I think you look at what the Chicago Bears have done and where the city is in the state of them and how we rally behind them, where we have been, we've kind of been in this state of mid for too long. How much money we done paid Zach and stuff like that. The expectations are high, and we got to see a small sample size of what we look like with a competent point guard. I know we're finna get into that second, so it's like a little segue there. But we had a dynamic backcourt. We had all the right pieces. Now it's just about getting it done. And I think there's a couple of things that kind of it all boils down to. Biggest one for me is Billy Donovan. I don't know how you all feel about that, but that's the biggest thing. But it's very important for the sake of, one, our star still being here, because I don't think Zach gonna stick around if we're gonna keep losing. One. And two, ultimately, what the head coach situation is gonna look like, because something got to shake after a while.
Facts. Cdubb, how important is this season for the Chicago Bulls?
Well, this season is obviously important for the Chicago Bulls, but I'll say its importance is magnified on the individuals on the team. It's important for Zach LaVine more than anybody on this team. It's important for Billy Donovan more than Zach LaVine on this team. This team has been pretty much a fucking failure, Joe. Even though we went to the playoffs seriously. Even though we've been to the playoffs, we had that little series with the Milwaukee Bucks. Went to the play-in last year. It's been pretty much a failure with some pretty talented guys on this team, bro. I think they got a lot of shit to prove, bro, because when you look at it, you like, y'all good, but we gotta look at y'all cross-eyed, like you good, but do you make the team good? Do you make the team better, bro? So it's important to depend. Like when you look at the shorties, like Julian Phillips, this shit is not important for him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Ayo Dosunmu is important for Ayo Dosunmu. This is the most important year of his basketball career. Patrick Williams as well. It depends on the person.
That's an interesting thought.
Definitely. I look at it like is obviously very important, just like the both of you said. And I think this right here can be something that results in some major changes if they don't get it done towards the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things, like went back and I looked at the 2015 season. That was Derrick Rose last season with the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, shit.
They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They weren't able to get things done. And we seen Derrick Rose get up out the door. We seen Joakim Noah go up out the door. The front office come out and say they want to get younger, and then they went out and got D Wade and Rondo. So we was a bit confused to what happened, and you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying changes like that it's gonna happen to where they be like, all right, screw this. We're gonna just tear it all down and go into a rebound because that's something I have not been a fan of. I've been always on the side of let's retool, let's see how these guys gonna build it out. Because the front office, they come from an organization that has been patient with the Denver Nuggets, and we've seen what patience has done for the Denver Nuggets. The only difference is that they got a superstar over there, and we only got stars. That's what kind of makes it different. P.Kidd, what you think about that train of thought?
You know what? As far as like how I feel about us saying that we don't have a superstar,
just anything I said, just react to that.
You know, I'm with you on a few things. I think it ultimately, like, I've been very harsh on Billy Donovan for a couple of reasons, but for everything you just said, it kind of ties together if you really look at it. Because what's the biggest gripe that we all have had with the Chicago Bulls at times? Has it not been who the heck is on the floor at certain times?
Yep,
that's one of them for sure.
Right. And like you see how immediately that resonate with you, like, yeah, that's it. All right, cool. So that's one thing. Isn't it also like who gets the ball when and how we're utilizing them?
Oh, that's also one of them for
right?
Sure.
So not even who's just on the floor, but even who gets certain shots in certain wins, right? All right, so that's two. That's all coaching.
Yeah,
that's coaching. Like who's on the floor at any given time is up to the head coach. How a play is ran and who you're catering for and stuff like that is up to the head coach. Now, when you come, like you mentioned, Patrick Williams, that's a different story. I have a gripe with anybody I got to tell to shoot. Like, we come from Chicago. You don't shoot. We don't have to tell you to shoot. I mean, you take that how you will. You know. So, but just looking at that, it's like it all boils down to that part. And it's like I wish we was in a situation where we didn't have so many things out of place for us to be able to pinpoint, like, all right, you the F up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not just Billy Donovan, but he a big part. And it ain't just DeMar and how he plays, but he a big part. It ain't just Patrick Williams passing up shots, but it's a big part. It's like it's one of those things where it's like, all right, cool. It ain't just DeAndre Drummond going out there like being a wrecking ball. But if you give me 10 points in 10 minutes, but you got 5 fouls, come on, bro. I can't really utilize you. So I'm with you on a couple things. I don't think we have the opportunity to solidify a superstar.
Oh man,
that's fair too. Because
think about that.
I like that thought. Yeah. But I also think that if you want to be a superstar, you got to get up there and take it, bro. And you know the clearest nominee for that is Zach LaVine. Obviously, he the clearest nominee to be the superstar of the Bulls. But is he capable of being that superstar? What is the definition of a superstar?
That's a great question. Now,
what is the definition of a superstar? Because you can take the templates. You can take the templates. You can look at Michael Jordan. You can look at Stephen Curry. Zach ain't nothing like none of those guys. You can look at Kawhi Leonard. He's not nothing like none of them guys. He's not like Joke. He's not the Joker. He's not Embiid. What is Zach LaVine?
I got you. Hold on. Check this out. Is Bradley Beal superstar?
No.
That's collective. Y'all both say no?
I'm going to go with no.
What's missing for him to be a superstar?
To me, superstars have what it takes to push a team over the top. And then when they're by their lonely, though the stat sheet will say they can score 25, 26, 27 points. Hell, I think he even went over 30 one year. But what was the impact behind that?
Definitely.
No playoffs.
That's the word.
So to me, it's kind of like empty calories. But I will say that Brad Beal is a high-level star for sure.
Yes.
So it was like a trick question. The reason I say this is because I think we're in the era where players are so skilled that we're biased as to the difference between a superstar and an all-star. Like a superstar is someone who transcends the sport and is marketable beyond the court.
Yes.
In my opinion. So you look at what Giannis means to the NBA, he represents an entire demographic of people who realistically, we know he's from Greece and stuff like that, but you look at him as the Greek freak who also has African heritage.
Right.
You look at him that way. You look at Steph and what he means to the game. Steph represents the 6'3" unathletic dude who don't jump out the gym but changes the game. How many people resonate with that? All of us, because I don't think none of us is LeBron size, right?
Nah,
So
not at
like,
all.
yeah, he gives us hope that we can actually go out there and play. And the whole game has changed because of him. You look at Jokic, European stuff like that, so you get the point. But when it comes to American-based players, like it used to be, you score 25 to 30 points, you was a superstar in the league.
That's fair.
But we got a bunch of people who do that now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one common thread with all of them is they all got help. Like we've seen enough of LeBron's career. I'm using him as an example. I ain't picking on him. To see that LeBron without the right people around him is just another scorer.
Yeah. Oh,
I can see that. I can see that
Hey,
for
look,
sure too. Because
I like to look.
I was gonna say just real quick before you go again, Cdubb, because I get what you're saying, P.Kidd, because a lot of people will be like, look at Donovan Mitchell. This man just scored 70 points in the game.
On us.
On the real. And that will be some people that come out and be like, hey, he's not a superstar. He's a high level star. Or you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So it's a fair point. Though? I know. It's just crazy. To me, it's just that it's been empty for me, man. Because we base a lot of players' greatness based upon what they have done. Can you make it? Can you get out the first round? Can you make some ECS or WCS? What is your finals appearance looking like? You know what I'm saying? What is your playoff? Because I like to base it a lot off the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Right. What are you doing in the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? Because Donovan Mitchell once was a one seed. He was out of there quick though.
That's a fact.
Oh, bro.
Do you count that? Do you hold those injuries against him though? They had some injuries. Some people's.
He did. I mean, you can take that into account as far as full context. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, every year everybody wasn't hurt, and that's always going to be somebody that's going down or that's going to be down. And some teams, unfortunately, they just don't get lucky. It could be a combination of both. He just didn't get lucky.
When it comes to this superstar shit, I like what you said, P.Kidd, with the off the courts things. That's definitely a part of it. Mm-hmm. When I say that we got a lack of them, and I don't know if Zach could be that, I don't know if he loves basketball, like adores basketball. You look at a guy like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, they love, adore Shaquille O'Neal. They love basketball. These guys are hoopers now. They hoopers. They like to go, they'll hoop. They'll go to the pro-ams and hoop and shit, but do they love it? If they lose a game, do they go home? They pissed off at their wife. They get an attitude with them and shit.
Wait a minute.
That's love of basketball, bro. Yes.
So hold on. Like, where we going with that one?
Yes. That's that crazy love for basketball. That's how you get your superstars. That's how you get your super. I see Michael Jordan. I know he went home. It's like, well, I need to get the fuck out of my face.
Well, let me ask you this. Zach LaVine has actually recovered from an injury that would hobble most people. I mean, I know modern medicine and everything like that, but he's bounced back. He's gotten better every year. In fact, like legitimately, he's gotten better every single season as a Chicago Bull. And on top of that, he's fought through incompetency at the front office position, incompetency at the head coach position, all these different barriers. And he's never had, this actually goes to our second topic, he's never had a vet to actually be like, yo, let me put you in position. And what I mean by that is DeMar DeRozan is a good vet. I'm not saying he's not, but he's not Chris Paul. And I say that name specifically because look at what Devin Booker's career looked like with Chris Paul.
Yes, man, I know exactly what you're saying.
And that goes into a high-level point guard, someone whose game is not predicated off of us doing the same thing or similar thing, but me setting you up.
He's Lonzo. Lonzo.
Yeah, he had it. Yeah, Lonzo. And look at what we look like. Both DeMar and Zach was going off.
Yep, for sure.
We don't have that no more. Look at what he looked with Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, and to a
Zach took off.
Yep.
DeMar looked like he took a little back seat. Zach took off, and we didn't have all the wins we wanted, but we loved how he looked from an individual standpoint. And so I think that ultimately like really goes into the second part. I know we was trying to bring up like talking about the QB competition. Ultimately, if you all don't mind me asking you all, because I love listening to y'all's perspective. How do you feel about Kobe White, Ayo Sumu, Javon Carter? How do you feel about this ebb and flow of who's going to be there? And you got to add Alex Caruso. They've played him at point a couple times.
Yep, definitely did.
You know, so how do you all feel about that QB battle? And is it even a real competition?
You know, for sure it's a competition. Absolutely. I think it's a 3-horse race. I don't think Caruso is involved in this competition, even though I could be surprised by Billy. He love him some Caruso. So he just
his plus minus is crazy though. I got to give it to him.
But I don't want Caruso running a point guard, bro.
I don't either.
Yeah, he cannot. It's gonna be tough because you get different things from each guy that's competing. You know, you got Javon Carter. He's basically a spot up 3-and-D player who can bring the ball up and hand it off to one of the better playmakers. I don't want to call Zach and DeMar playmakers, so I'm gonna just say a better ball handler, a playmaker. Or you got Kobe White, who I love and who I think should really get the starting point guard job because he improving. Since last year, I ain't going to say improved each year, but since last year, I like how his head is. I like the way his head is thinking right now. He's trying to get better at every facet of the game. He even sat down in a seat on defense last year. I couldn't believe it.
I got to give him that.
Couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it. His handles got better and everything. And Ayo is like a dark horse. You know how he came in the first year. We was like, damn, Ayo killing it, Joe. We was missing Lonzo Ball. He got in there. Yep. He was doing his thing. Trae Young ate him because that's his daddy. but Ayo had a bad year last year, bro. I hate the cliches like sophomore slump and shit. He was just fucking whack. He was mid. I don't like that sophomore slump shit. He was just fucking mid last year.
What made it a slump?
He was very tentative from the 3-point line. It was basically mostly based on his 3-point shooting and his tentativeness. He actually just didn't want to shoot him. He'd try to drive to the lane and turn the ball over. He just made all type of mistakes.
I'm an Ayo fan. That's why I'm asking.
Like, we Ayo.
This is your arena. This your house, man.
We love
Ayo, bro. But we gonna
be a huge Ayo fan though.
But for me, if we having to rank. Like, to me, I believe it should be an open competition, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. To me, from the outside looking in, no, I don't think that's going to happen. To me, I think that the intention is to have Javon Carter start. And then for me, maybe number 2 is Ayo. And then I think that the Bulls are really set with just trying to have Kobe White be that first man off the bench type of position to where he can be like the ultimate 6th man for the Chicago Bulls because they seen how comfortable he was doing it last season. And then he was able to come in and even, help kind of close out some games a little bit or just kind of be that spark when Billy Donovan felt as if the offense didn't have it going, at that particular moment or whatever whatever was going on through that game. But I do still think that these guys in the front office, they might feel like Javon Carter could bring some type of Lonzo-esque, type of feel to the team. Because if we think about it, I compared Javon Carter, just a better 3-point shooting Patrick Beverly. And they seen what Pat Bev did in the second half of the season. So they was like, oh, we can get a guy that's a dog defensively, but a better 3-point shooter. And when he gets that drive and kick in the corner, he's more likely to knock it down versus a Patrick Beverly. So how you looking at this point guard competition, P.Kidd?
That's actually that's the one thing I give Carter. Carter is a more seasoned vet. I think was he 5 seasons in?
It's about
like
6
seasons in?
6.
I think
like
it's
that.
5.
Yeah.
He's played on championship caliber teams, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And his 3-point percentage is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when I look at everything else, I don't see someone who moved the needle so much for me that it's a lock for him to be the starting point guard.
Okay.
I looked at Ayo and Ayo's numbers. Here's why I called it a sophomore slump. His numbers didn't drastically improve. He averaged 8 points his rookie season. Guess how many points he averaged his sophomore season?
Probably
Same one, same
8
amount.
points. Rebounds was the same. The only thing that went up
everything
was
was pretty
slightly
the
was his
same.
assists.
Yeah.
The
Talk
one
about
thing
that
that went
3-point
down
percentage.
was his 3-point shooting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It went down from like 0.37 or 0.34 to 0.31.
Yeah.
But he still, like, I know it's just percentages and it looked bad at times, but he still only take 3 threes a game. He hit 1. That's ultimately what that stat tells you. For every 3 threes, he gonna hit 1.
Yeah.
Nothing else has really changed. But he did at times not look like he was the same defensive player.
Right.
But I also think that he was just new. And I think that's the one thing, like a lot of, like I have some friends that played D1. I know some players, actual NBA players. And once I see tape on you and I know your tendencies, even out on the defensive end, I know where you weak at, I get to exploit that now. That's me doing my work as a professional. Well, they got a year of looking at tape at IO. We're going to see what it looked like this time. Oh, I know what your tendency is and where you like to send players. Okay, I'm going to exploit that. And that's all I saw. And that's what I think it is. Like now it's, coming into it, the longer season, and he's getting matched up so much. But I didn't think it was a drought, so to speak. So that's a long way of me saying I still think IO has a chance to win it out. I never looked at Kobe White as a point guard.
For sure. And there's a lot of people that feel that way too.
Let me ask both of y'all a question though. Y'all say that Kobe White was good on coming off the bench, being that that super sub, 6-man or whatever you want to call it. Do y'all he feel that way? He's a hooper.
He already said he want to start somewhere. And me, that's why I was saying they gotta figure out a way to see what can he be. You know what I'm saying? If he's gonna be somebody that's off the bench, or if he has the potential to start again, because I think that the Bulls can run into a Tyus Jones type of situation. Tyus Jones backed up Ja Morant all these years. He wanted his opportunity, though he was going via trade. Was he? Or something? He's gone. I can't remember if it was trade or
yeah, I think
he's gone. I can't remember right now. Excuse me. But the point is that now he's going to be a starter in Washington. He's going to get his opportunity. And Kobe White has put that out there already. So we don't know how long he's going to stand pat. Well, he's 3 years signed. He signed for 3 more years, and that's when he's going to enter his prime. So by the time he hit his prime, what type of player will he be? But that's to be determined right now.
Would you want him to be a point guard?
Who, Kobe White?
I would love to see it, me personally.
I want to see it. Kobe's been working his game, working to be a point guard, I see. When you look at his training videos, he's running pick and roll. He's working on his handle. I think he's trying to be a point guard. So you don't know, man. Dude is one of the most talented players on the Bulls.
I look at him as a scorer, which is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at Zach as someone who's going to set up everybody. Like, that's not what Zach get paid to do.
No.
That ain't what DeMar get paid to do. So let's be clear. Like, we know what they do. I look at Kobe White. I look at somebody who has the potential to be a starting 2 guard somewhere. Okay. And that's how I've always looked at him. I don't want him running my point. And then from a lineup perspective, if I start Kobe White, who's now hitting the shots and being that spark off the bench offensively as well when Zach's not in the game?
That's a great question too, because now is you gonna bank on Javon Carter now? You know what I'm saying? Being a 6-man, is that Ayo Dosunmu being a 6-man? That's still to be the, we still got to figure that out.
It don't have to be a 6-man. You can stagger the stars. Everybody ain't got to sit down at the same time now.
So it's like a Lou Williams situation.
Yeah, you stagger them now. You can sit Zach, play DeMar, keep Vooch, sit both of them down. We knows what happened. I'll be good with either 3 of them starting that point guard. I'm good. I'll be better with Kobe White because I like his hard work and what he's doing out there.
Who would you have starting, P.Kidd? Who would you have starting right now if it was your decision, and why?
I think he's going Ayo.
I'm going Ayo because and most people think I got this smoke for Kobe. I really don't. It was a joke that ran too long. It's
fair point, but
it was a joke that ran too long. Though people think I actually hate the dude. Like, I don't know the dude. I wish him the best. I really hope he lives his dream and it is successful. But I don't look at Kobe White as the person who just sets people up. I look at Kobe as what he's shown us. And if you go back and look at what he did in college, that man was a bucket. So if I want my point guard to be comfortable getting people involved and running the offense and stuff like that, and then scoring be secondary, which I've seen Io do. Kobe White is scoring his first.
Yeah,
that's his mentality, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's 6'5", 6'6".
right.
Like he worked on his handle. He can shoot. Why can't he? Like what's gonna stop him? And so when I look at that spark off the bench from a pure offensive standpoint, I need somebody to come in and give me some quick buckets. Kobe can do it when he on fire. That's his game.
He very streaky.
You know what I'm saying? Io, what I see when he's in his game, he getting Vooch involved. That pick and roll look real good with him.
It
and Vooch.
Does, yeah.
It did. Oh
my, I agree with you on that.
So like putting them in a position where they can see success and get praised in their own right. I don't think it's right to even compare them. I look at Kobe as our shooting guard off the bench. I look at Io as our starting point guard with the veteran Javon Dexter. I mean, I'm about to say Dexter.
It's that time now. It's that time.
It is that time.
With Carter coming off the bench knocking down threes. That's how I looked at it. You know, I'm a little biased, but that's just how I looked at it.
I'm with you though, but before Unc you go, I gotta continue this. I got one more quick question for you, P.Kidd. So what type of mentorship do you think CP3 is providing to Kobe White? Is it more so as that two guard, as you said, or is it more so the one, or is it just, do you think it's just more being a leader or a more well-rounded player?
You know what, that connection right there, I hold CP3 in really high regard. I think he's one of the most unfortunate superstars or star point guards we've ever seen.
I'm with you on that. Agreed.
It's really unfortunate that he's had these run-ins with injuries at critical moments where he's like right on the cusp of getting that championship, right? So, but being a fan of his game, I really couldn't tell you what I think he's giving them because but I also can't I don't want to be that person to, project what I think Kobe White should be. If he's gearing up to be the star point guard on the Chicago Bulls, he got the right person in his corner to help him do it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
And that's how I look at it.
That's how
a great
I look
point.
at it, man.
You want to add?
I think he really quick. I just think he gearing up to be a point guard. He see a vacancy open. Lonzo ain't been here for a year and a half. Hey, man, go get it.
Money, man.
Go get that motherfucker. It's right there. Snatch it. Now, I wouldn't be mad if he come from the bench and Io starts or Javon starts. It's all good. I don't care. But as long as the best player starts.
And that's what I was gonna say real quick. I just say make it an open competition and may the best man win. That's just how I look at it, and just give everybody a fair shot. But last topic of the day, very good talk right now. Last topic of the day is, how do you guys view the Chicago Bulls and how do they stack up against the East? We're gonna keep it coming with you. Definitely like your takes and how you coming, P.Kidd. So the buzz on you, my guy. How do the Bulls stack up currently right now against the Eastern Conference?
I think we're 7th to 8th seed.
Okay. Until
I see differently, I think we're 7th to 8th seed. I think the team that people know no one is really giving credit to, even if Ben Simmons don't come back, is the Nets. The Nets have retooled in a way that I didn't expect them to. And so when I initially had them as being a wash, play-in team at best, if they lost KD and stuff like that, I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like the Nets have a chance to make noise. The Knicks have a chance to still be, a top team in the East. The Bucks are going to be a top team in the East. I mean, let's be real. The Bucks is going to be the Bucks. Yep. I think the Pacers, and, you look at what they building over there, it's going to be good. And I even think, I can't even believe I'm going down this road. The Detroit Pistons got a chance to make some noise, dog.
They still wet behind the ears, though, P.Kidd. They
man, like, listen, it hurt me to even say that joint. But like, you just look at how competitive the Adam Silver wanted parity within the league. He wanted every team to have a fighting chance. That's going to be the hallmark of his tenure as commissioner. And he's done a great job doing that. And right now we have a lot of parity. Like there's teams with enough talent on there to make really big waves and pushes within the season. And because we've been so inconsistent, I can't sit there and say we're going to be a top team in the East. I can't say that. But I do think we should be a playoff team, and we should not be, 7th, 8th, and 7th still playing. I hate the play-in tournament, by the way.
Oh,
I hate the play-in tournament. I don't. I think
with
that's unfair that a team that's 41 and whatever can challenge a team that may be 45, that got 45 wins and claim a playoff spot.
Yeah,
I
we
think
kind of
that's weird.
saying that 10th seed, they ain't winning nothing. They ain't even making it. So, but go ahead, man. Cdubb, how the Bulls stack up against these?
you know, the Bulls are still a talented team, bro. They still very talented. They got one of the most talented rosters in the Eastern Conference, bro. But it is some. Ooh, it's some heavy hitters in there, like Boston and Milwaukee. It's some heavy hitters.
Even
But
mention
this,
Boston.
yeah, yeah, but it's still some
Man.
questions. You know, our Porzingis, you know, he good, but can he win? Let's see if he can win at a high level. I'ma
They gonna
go.
stumble to 60 wins though.
Yeah, they could. They could.
I mean, they just got the talent.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Hey, my man said we putting them to sleep. Well, go on to bed then.
Bro, he
Oh,
good.
don't worry about it.
There's
They
a
gonna
reason
get
they call me
blicked out.
Petty Casanova. Don't do that. Don't come
They
over
gonna
here
get
with
blicked out.
that. Don't do that.
We ain't worried about it. Finish
But
your
I'm gonna
point,
say,
man.
I'm gonna say top 6 because I don't want them going in the play-in. I will not be accepting no play-in, bro. They gotta be top 6.
You got to
Yeah,
give me your top 6 then. I got to put you on the spot. You got to give me the top 6 if that's what you
Okay.
rocking with.
let's hear it.
All right. Boston, Philly, New York, Cleveland, Milwaukee,
And now
Orlando
the Bulls.
Bulls. Orlando the Bulls. Orlando the Bulls.
Hey, wait. You didn't say Miami, who just made it to the
And-
finals
Nope,
and might
I
get
did not.
game.
I
You
did
didn't
not.
mention nobody. You didn't mention the Nets. You didn't
Nope.
mention
It's gonna be
nobody else.
the Hawks. Ugh.
Nope.
Man, the Hawks is trash. I'm sorry. The Hawks is not going nowhere. I hope you ain't from Atlanta, because that
Nah.
Yeah,
I do
dog.
not believe in
this
Trae
shot.
Young. I don't care how many points he put up. That's just not gonna work.
Ooh,
Man.
he
But
don't want to share the ball. Go ahead, nephew.
I was just gonna say I agree with it. I think that man, they gonna be right there at the. I got like 5 teams like for sure ahead of them, and I think a lot
Yeah.
of people. I think I put like if you look at Boston, Milwaukee, you know what they gonna be, bro. Then Cleveland gonna come in at number 3, and then me honestly, I don't know about Philly yet, but yeah, they a little shaky to me. They're a little shaky to me. I'm just saying. I don't know. We still trying to figure out James Harden. I'm not a big believer in Tobias Harris. I do like Maxey. I'm not saying they finna fall off the map, but I don't
I
know.
just want to put this
where
out
they
there.
gonna be.
Joel Embiid ain't never seen less than well, I ain't gonna say that. He only seen 1 loss against the Bulls.
Yep.
Yeah.
He like
I
12
know.
and 1.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, he fucking
It's
own us.
crazy.
Yeah,
He been whooping
that's
us.
for sure. He got the keys.
He definitely got the keys to the city, and it is what it is. But yeah, it's definitely gonna. I think they should be right there at the bottom, bro. 6, 5, 6, maybe 5.
I can't
know.
take a play in,
Yeah,
bro.
but
I can't.
it's definitely gonna be between they at the 6, bro. 6.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna add this curveball. Hayes hate when I do this because he'd be like, "That ain't asked that question." I'm gonna throw this curveball at you. So the Bulls have been engaged as a 3rd team in the trade for Dame. Not saying they're gonna land Dame, but they're one of the teams that would acquire a piece should that trade go through, because Portland does not want Tyler Hero. So ultimately, that's out there. The Bulls have also come up in the Mavs trade that would potentially land us Christian Wood and Tim Hardaway Jr. I know y'all have seen those things float around.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is y'all take on one, how we would fit in that, what that would look like if you all have seen the trade, and what is your thoughts on Christian Wood just as a straight out acquisition?
I'm gonna touch on the Christian Wood as a straight up acquisition first. I'm gonna say just brutally, I just don't like him with the team. Defensively, he's a liability.
Man.
Yeah, I know he can score. He's long. He can dunk it. He can shoot it. But you got to be a complete player, bro. We need complete players over here in Chicago, bro. I just don't think it would fit. As far as us being in a any trade scenarios with those teams, Dallas or what was that other Portland? Hey,
Three-way trade.
Three-way trade. Pull it if it's the right player. But Christian Wood, I'm not so sure about that, bro. I like Julian Phillips more than Christian Wood. I just
what?
I just like his. I like his. I like his ceiling. I like what he could be more than what I think Christian Wood is pretty much what he can be. He can get better. Everybody can get better at basketball, but Christian Wood is basically a low budget. I don't even want to disrespect these guys, but like Kevin Garnett or something. He's a low budget, but he don't play no defense. So deduct the defense and he Kevin Garnett offensively, bro.
Go ahead. What's your thoughts?
The outright for the Christian Woods. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't have minded if he was a Chicago Bull. To be honest with you, we already know that. We talked about other guys kind of making up for the differences of certain players. I think Christian Wood offensively would have been a nice four to have in with the Chicago Bulls, but then that would have been a question mark. Do P. Will go to the bench now, or does he slide to the three? If he slides to the three, who's your point guard? Where the hell is DeMar DeRozan? You know what I'm saying? Plus, I don't see that exactly, but I don't see that happening. So he could have. Is Christian Woods that backup now? I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. So, but I do like Christian Woods' game. And then you said a trade to where we get Tim Hardaway Jr.
So the trade that they have, and I actually pull it up just so for the sake of conversation, but it was us landing Tim Hardaway Jr. and Christian Wood and giving up DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, I think that's solid. I think it's solid. I will have a little bit of questions with Tim Hardaway Jr. and his injuries, but I also think that with me, I have been on the side saying, hey, the reason P. Will and can't play the three is because DeMar DeRozan is there. A lot of us calling for him to play the three. I know that the Bulls probably want him to play the four. I would like to see him play the three and get some more sides over there that can pair up next to him and then just let him be more comfortable. So I would have been somebody up that would be like, hey, I think it's solid. And then Christian Wood be your four. P. Will be your three. Tim Hardaway Jr., another shooter that can come in and space the floor and some size. You're going to question his injury history a little bit, but it's not bad. Plus, DeMar DeRozan is on that last year. So, hey.
I'm with you. I'm big on Christian Wood simply because ever since he's been averaging about over 20 minutes a game, he's giving you that type of production. A lot of people sit there and talk about his defense. I don't know how many players can average over a block a game and it'd be said that they don't stick defense.
His arms are long as Dawson's arms. He's going to block a shot automatically. He's fucking Dawson. What he can't guard nobody on the perimeter. He don't have the feet. His feet are worse than Vooch's feet.
Here's the thing, though. So defense aside, let's just say I'll give you that. I'll give you defense. Say he a scrub on defense. That man shoots 37% from the three.
Yep,
solid.
At one point, he was close to 40% from three. In fact, he had 2 seasons with about 39 or slightly under 39% from three, while averaging close to 55% from two, averaging close to 10 rebounds a game in double-digit points. So at 17.9, 10 rebounds, 39% from three, he sounded like the type of person that the Bulls was needing.
That's what I'm with you on that. I'm gonna agree with it simply because, man, I think that would have to make up for his defense. You got other guys you could place around him that can help cover. You got Caruso who can come in and, help out a little bit. Billy Donovan loved him as previously mentioned. Then you got Javon Carter. You would have had him. You got Patrick Williams. Zach, he's, getting a little better. Not the best, but competent. Then Kobe White has stepped it up. So I think there could have been some players around him that could have made up for that deficiency for sure. I wouldn't be too mad at it. I'm just being honest.
Hey,
so what position you? Well, I assume he's going to play
the four.
He played the four. Christian Wood playing the four, right?
Right.
Aren't we sick of these small fucking players trying to play the big fours and the fives? I don't want to see Caruso playing the fours no more. You just said he can get help from like
Caruso, like 6'7". Caruso, he don't look like it.
Caruso, we can't have a big needing help like that. Like he's a four. Who's going to help him? He got to be able to hold his own, bro. He got to be able to hold his own, bro. Then we could talk. He's that bad defensively, bro.
I would just put this out there. If you talking about, what Caruso fit, I would sit there and acquire Christian Wood put P. Will on the bench because he ain't giving me more than that. I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna start Io. I'm gonna have Io, Zach, DeMar. I'm gonna have Christian Wood, and I'm gonna have Vooch. In my second unit, I'm gonna start Carter, Kobe White, Alex Caruso, P. Will, and then I'm gonna do Drummond. And I mean, at that point, I have a defensive lineup that's gonna keep me in the game with some decent shooting off the on the bench unit, and I got a starting lineup that's gonna definitely keep me in the game. And we got shooters on on the perimeter as well. Vooch can shoot the three. Wood can shoot the three. Zach, you know, he pulling that thing. I mean, like, I think that would be a perfect lineup for it.
I like
No,
that
no,
lineup.
the Christian Wood hate is just weird to me. Like, I get it, but like at the same time, I'm like, I mean, he's played in Houston for God's sakes.
The paint is gonna be open like a motherfucker. You get anything you want in Chicago, bro. Vooch and Christian Wood is your front court. You is getting everything you want.
Hey, no, Vooch is a top 10 defensive center.
Oh, the real though.
And you're right. Alex Caruso is 6'4". That's my bad. But Vooch is a top 10 defensive center. He's top 10 both offense and defense. Now, exactly where you place him otherwise.
You do.
They said he a top 10 defensive center.
He said he a top 10 defensive center. He's either top 10 or top 11 defensive. He's top 10 offensive.
Holy shit.
At his
times have changed, bro. What the fuck? Have y'all seen Vooch in the pick and roll, bro? What the fuck?
Hey, it is what it is.
Shout out to him.
For real, though. But we gonna run through a couple comments before we get up out of here.
Hey, shout out to P.Kidd, man.
For real. Shout out to you,
man.
My
I appreciate y'all having me, man. Anytime y'all wanna get together and do it, man, I'm here, man.
All right, bet it up. We got Big Kev in the building. We got Baki in the building. Said P.Kidd, the Cognac boys. Let's go. JDH, what up, my guy?
JDH.
Shay said, I really can't say it's been a failure. It's just been a lot of injuries and a lot of people haven't established their roles, really. So it's a failure, Shay.
Shay, it's a Shay. It's a failure, Shay.
You know we rock with you, Shay.
Yeah, rock with you, Shay. It's a failure.
You know what I'm saying? I say the good comment. Hold on. Let me see. JDH, P.Kidd, to your comment about superstars. JDH says superstars win big games, get you there, and win you there.
Yep.
Got anything to say to that, bro?
Nah, I think I just say like this. Superstars with the right people around them can take a game over, but it's predicated on having the right people around them. You see what Dame just went through. Dame is a superstar to me.
Agreed.
He's a top 75 player. How is he not a superstar?
He's a superstar for
sure.
He's a superstar.
He's a superstar. Sure.
Guess what? You can't take over games if you ain't in them.
Facts. He dropping 40 and they getting blowed out.
You gotta be in the games to take them over, baby. I mean, it is what it is.
That's funny. Timothy, thanks for joining the show. He says Joker superstar. He's the best player in the game. He's not all that marketable. He reminds me of Tim Duncan versus Kobe. Duncan was great, but not nearly as marketable as Kobe.
I would oppose that and say that he is marketable. Like he got this type of personality that is marketable to a certain, something type of person. I think he's marketable, bro. I think he is. It might take a little work. It might not be as easy as you think. Like Michael Jordan, that's easy marketability. You gotta
it's who you marketing to.
Yeah.
And Adam is marketing to the international stage of basketball.
No, so it's easy.
And so when you look at it from that perspective, like it may not fit what we like as an American, born and raised individuals, but from an international standpoint, Jokic is not only marketable, he's like, hey, this dude is arguably the best dude in the league. He ain't even from here. Put that into perspective.
Right? A lot of the top players ain't from here.
Real.
That's getting crazy.
MC season in the building. What's good, fam? He said, don't cross over. You already know.
I like it. Hey, I used to call him mixed season for the longest, bro. Because the way it showed up, it looked like MC and the season was right on top of him. So I thought it was mixed season. I was like, dag. He's like, no, it's MC season. I was like, dag, bro. For like a good year, I called him mixed season.
You get that Mac buddy.
Cdubb, Debo said, I think Zach will make all NBA this season. What you think?
Oh, man. I think Zach is getting ready to have his best year of his career right here. So I ain't mad at that. I'm gonna agree with that. I think he's gonna have the best year of his career.
I think so too.
Let's go.
30 points per game. I'm gonna give him about 30 points per game.
Cdubb, what up, my guy? He calling you kid. He talking about you kid Bayless, the biggest Kobe Whitehead.
I got
Shout out
you,
to my
Cdubb,
man Cdubb.
Hey, when you come back to the breeze and you end up blocked, I'm just messing with you, bro. It's all love. It's all love.
Hey, you already know that's Kid Bayless, and we got Cdubb Bayless. It's busting. For real. Eco Bean, he said C Wood is a guaranteed 16 to 18 point players per game, but like Bobby says, where does that leave P. Will?
You know that would destroy. That would destroy P. Will, bro. That would be. He cannot get benched again. That's gonna kill him, bro.
Who can't get benched again?
If we bench Patrick Williams, he's ready to get on his ass. If we pinch Patrick Williams again, we might as well forget about it, bro.
Here's a fun game. I play this with a lot of people who ride for P. Will. Without looking, how many rebounds a game you average?
Okay, it's like 4.
It's like 4. It's like 4, bro.
It's the loudest 4 rebounds you've ever seen in your life. It's just 4, right? So look at the hate for Christian Wood, who give me 10. We talk about, we can't bench him for Christian Wood. He gonna give me 10 and 16, but this man giving me 4. Come on, bro.
Fair point, man. Fair point. Hey, Sandroku in the building. What up, my guy? What up? Change the pick too. But that's it from us today, man. P.Kidd, you got any last thoughts before we roll up out of here?
Man, listen, I just appreciate you all reaching out. Appreciate y'all having me on your platform, man. Anytime you all want me to come through, I will. Y'all can follow me on P.Kidd Talks NBA. I would love to have you all come over there when I start doing lives. It's gonna be somewhat during the middle of the season. So and even come through on the breeze, man. You know, it's all love. Hayes, all y'all. We got all link up too. We got to have a big crossover, man. So when y'all in the city, let's see what we can make happen, because we would love to just get that show and put that out there. I think people will love it.
Oh, bro, definitely. Shout out to my man P.Kidd, man. Shout out to my man P.Kidd. Shout out to the Windy City Breeze. Make sure y'all get in tune. Y'all should already be in tune. Bro. But man, we gonna do this again soon, bro. This guy, we got the taste, bro. You know how I get. I'm extra as hell, bro.
We actually got to sip cognac the next time, man. I thought y'all was gonna pull out the cognac when we was there. What happened to the cognac?
I just bust out right out of work. I just jump right down in the seat in the studio and go to the store. But don't worry though, I'm going to the store right now.
I feel that. Drink responsibly. You know,
you already know. Put that disclaimer out there. But hey, P.Kidd, thanks again for tuning in and turning up with us, rocking one time. Shout out to you in the breeze, man. Y'all holding that shit down. Hey, and if y'all hating on Pat the Designer, use a goofy, because ain't no reason you should be hating on another man. We told y'all on this platform right here, we building, we connecting with other people. Ain't no hate in our blood. If this ain't for you, it's always another podcast out there that might be for you. Whether that's Hayes, you know what I'm saying, Windy City Breeze, my guy Steve-O, and all the other content creators. Find who you rocking with, but ain't no hate over here, for sure.
It's a fact.
But that's it from us today, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We gonna catch y'all tomorrow, for sure.
Peace.